Five-string bass. Oh yeah. Y'all, today I'm gonna be giving an example on a five-string bass. I have someone that's starting out on bass and they got a five-string. I know I've been practicing on my four-string and everything, and they left a comment, said they got a five and they're a beginner. So I got my five-string out today, y'all. And all it is a low B. It's like a four-string. E, A, D, G, and that low B. Boy, I love that low B. You know what, y'all? If I had a choice to play between the 4, 5, and the 6 string, it'd be the 5. Because 6 string is good, but you know that neck is wide. But that 5 string, you know, it's like a 4, but it got that low B. Something about that low B. But anyway, y'all, get to the lesson. I'm gonna talk about the 5-string bass a little bit, and I'm gonna play a little groove. It's Quartet mid-tempo, you know, and everything. It could be putting in congregational songs, you know. It's a pattern though. It's like one pattern, but the bass line, you know, it can be used in different ways, and I'm you know me, I'm gonna explain all that. So okay, like I said, you know, I'm tuned up, and like I say, for the beginners, you know, always make sure your bass is tuned. So of course, started at the bottom, E, A, D, G. So the bottom gonna be the G. My bad, y'all. G. What's the next one? E, A, D, G. Hold on. I'm on at 5, my bad. See what I'm saying? B, E, A, D, G. So anyway, G, next string. 6th string, G. Next string, D. The 3rd string, D. 4th string, E. And of course, that 5th string, which is the B. I love that. Y'all, I got some notes down because, you know, getting a little older. Not saying I'm old, but I'm getting a little old, and sometimes I might forget, you know, what to say on these videos. But I got me some notes beside me. And for the one that's learning, got to fight, like I say, I got a friend that plays bass in my church now. He started off on the 5 string. He said he didn't want no 4, you know. So I was like, all right. So he got him a 5, and he been playing for a pretty good while, and he's doing excellent. I'm proud of him. But for the ones, you know, they got a 5 string starting out, you know, it ain't hard. You know, the neck ain't as wide. You know, it's, like I said, it's like a 4 string. You just got that low B string. 5 string, you know, make it a 5. But anyway, understanding the role of the 5th string, you know, in gospel, the low B strings is used for. So in other words, in gospel, y'all, I don't know what it is about that beat, but we love gospel bass players. We love going to that. If the song, you know, is in that B, whatever, if the root note, the B, but if it ain't a root note, but if that B is in the song, for some reason, we always gonna. And that's how we do it. When we slide up and let that thing go, all I'm doing is sliding up. And just let it go. Just, but anyway, it get me limp. But anyway, okay. It plays a deep roll, that 5 string do. Okay, we're gonna practice playing the B string open. So, okay, B. You know, now the good thing about this, you know, about a 5. Okay, say like if we in C on a 4 string, bass, you know, the C's right there, you know, on the 3rd fret on the 3rd string. So since we got a 5 string bass, we can go to the octave, which would be the 1st fret on the 5th string. That's the C2. It's deep at 5. An octave. Okay, 2, an octave. If you don't know what an octave is like the same note in the higher pitch. And the way to get to the octave is, say we in C, that's C. Go 2 strings down, 1, 2, and 2 frets up. another thing I gotta how I'm gonna say this, say, or I can't think of the word. You know, y'all anyway. But anyway, on the bass, you know, if we go like this, you know, you will see that's going down, right? Yeah, that's what it is. Last, I think, video I did, I think I was saying, you know, go down and go up, you know. But actually, y'all, in music, on the bass, if we going that way, that's like going up. That's going up. And if we go this way, that's like going down. Last video, I think I was like, you know, I was giving an example, and I was like, okay, y'all do this, and from there to there is a half step. I said, go, you know, go down. I said half step. I was saying go down the hill, you know, from there to that whole step. But it's actually, you know, going up. So from there to there is going up. That's that, you know, half step. So going from C to B is going down. But it seems like it's going up, because you know how it's like it's going up, it's going down. But in the music, like I say, for an example, this C. So if I'm going up, it's gonna be C sharp next, right? See what I'm saying? C sharp, then if you go up again, it's gonna be D. See, so it keep going up. So when I'm saying going down, I'm not, you know, that's the kind of line, because if I was going down, it'd be a B. See what I'm saying? So that's a little tip, y'all, for beginners. As you go this way, that's going, what's that? Going what? It's going up. And going that way, y'all's going down. Okay, so anyway, so the octave, like I said before, C. So the, you know, octave, like I say, go start it wherever. I say we in G. Octave, 2 strings down. 1, 2, and 2 frets up. So that's how you get to an octave. If you don't know that, you know. I know last video I was saying, you know, that shape there and there, but you know, I want to break stuff more down so that way everybody can understand. So always remember, an octave is wherever you at, 2 strings down, 1, 2, and 2 frets up. That's the octave. But all right, getting back to the lesson. Okay. Fingering foundation. Practice this slow pattern slowly. Okay, using your index and the middle finger. Okay, like I was saying in the other video, on the 5 string, let me see if you can see this. I might zoom in a little bit more, go back or however. But most of the time I rest my thumb, like I say, once you start playing with your index and middle, I rest my thumb right there, like an anchor, you know. Sometimes that way, see, your other fingers can move, you like to say, you know, to each his own. Some people might hold those right there, you know, for like a higher pitch. See, hear that? That's high. You go right here. It's kind of more, it ain't as like high, you know, more like mellow, you know. Hear that? See how that? Right here. Some, like when you solo on, some people might go down here and start playing. Some might do that right there. So anyway, back to this. Yes, like I said, beginner. Like I said, I started with my thumb for a whole lot, you know, for a long time. I was playing with my thumb, you know, here and there. But as a beginner, it's good to start learning them 2 fingers. Like I said in my other video, it's gonna be helpful. So anyway, I'm gonna give an example on it. You know, I like I say, how you want to do it, you know, but I put my thumb right there as an anchor. So that way, see, if you want to start out with that 1 finger, you start out, you know, like I said, if you want to put a metronome on to keep timing, you know, that ticking sound, you know, I might give an example on that soon too. But anyway, and just go down on all the strings. And too, y'all, another example too about something. You know how I do this. If you want it to stop ringing, just put your hand on it. That's another little tip too. Like when you're playing, okay, say if I'm doing this. See how I did? But if I just want, you know, like a doop. So what I'm doing, I'm pressing in on the string and I'm just letting up off of it. I'm gonna zoom in. See what I'm saying? So, because if not, if you don't come up, it's gonna do this. See that? It's gonna keep on ringing. And depending what song it is, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, if the note's not holding in that song, of course we wanna come up. So that's another tip too. Coming up off that string. Hold your finger down and just come up. Like I gotta press down. And look, I just came up off of it. I ain't had to mess with nothing. I didn't have to mess with none of that down there or hit nothing. I'm just, see that? I can just do it with that. I'm going in. It might not be as loud, but it's coming up off of it. In other words, I'm keeping my finger on the string. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like letting it go, because if not, you hear that ring, it's gonna ring. See that? But I'm keeping my finger on the string, and I'm just raising it up. So if you want the sound to hold your finger down. If you want it to stop, just raise your finger up. That's it. But keep your finger on the string though, so that way it'll. See what I'm saying? But yeah, anyway, these were good tips though. You know, on that, because I know some people was asking me when I used to play, like, when you do that, in other words, I wasn't doing like this. I mean, that don't sound good, do it, y'all? So when, you know, as I'm soloing, it's like, see how clean it is? Or, see how that sound? Or, so they didn't know, you know, like, oh man, you know, because they were trying to figure out how to solo or how to make the string stop humming. So that's what it is. You just come up off the string. You hold it, and then you just raise up off of it, but keeping your finger on the string. That's all it is. See that? Now this thing, I'm gonna take my fingers off of it. I'm gonna see what it sounds like. See that? See how that, you know, still ringing. So as beginners, you know, it's a practice. You know, you got to, you know, like I said, I'm just doing it like it ain't nothing. Some of y'all might try to do it and be like, man, like it might be a little hard, but just keep doing it, because you will get it. So like I say, so it won't be humming and all that ringing or that, you know, that hit it like that. You know, you want that right there. That's what you want. You don't want this. So that's another little tip, y'all. You know, like I said, that's on any bass. But like I said, we're sticking with the 5-string. Y'all, I'm sweating up in here a little bit, so I'm about to wipe my face a little bit. But anyway, that's another little tip too. But back on the 5-string, I'm about to play this click track right quick and show y'all the groove. It's gonna be in C major. Like I say, you know, the scales, as I always do. 1, 2, 3. Now, since you got a 5-string bass, we can do it like this. We can start over here and do it. So, in C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. So, that's good. Do it again. In C. On the 5th string. Starting on the deep C. Not the mid, but the deep C on that 5-string. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. See, it's gonna be the same pattern wherever you at. That's like if you on that C, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. Backwards. 7. I mean, my bad. 1, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See how that is? That's good. So, see what I'm saying? If you want to play that bass line up there, you can. If you want to play it on that octave, so that's good too. But anyway, yeah, I got a whole lot of notes, but you know, anyway, the main thing though, like I said, about the 5-string is that extra B string. Like I say, something like that low B and everything. And but other than that though, like technique wise, you know, like I said about that, your 2 fingers, your index and your middle. Like I said, rest your thumb right there like an anchor. You know, instead of doing like this, that's hard to like try to do like that. So where your thumb at, you know, it's just like your thumb right here. But see, if you got an anchor to hold that thumb right there, look, you relax. You know, it's like, okay, I got my hand right there, you know, it's anchored and ain't going nowhere. While my 2 fingers do this. That's an exercise going back and forth, evenly. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. That's a good exercise. Starting out on the 5 string, you can do that. Or if you want to just use the 1 finger first, you can do that. You know, use that anchor, put that thumb right there, and it's a pickup. Put it on that pickup so it can rest there. Or you can put it on this pickup, whichever one. You know what I'm saying? And y'all too, I'm gonna say this. You know me, y'all, I got some stories. Okay, y'all. Getting a bass guitar, it was a 4, 5, or 6. When I first started out, y'all, I was like, okay, the prettiest bass that looked good, that's what I wanted. Like, oh man, that look good. I'm gonna get that bass right there. Oh, that bass look good. You know, like you say, I did not know nothing about no bass. I ain't know nothing about the action. You know, the action on the bass is how the strings is from the fret. You know, as the string is closer to the fret, that's good, because some actions can be, let me see, yeah, can be high, you know, like that. I hope y'all can see that pretty good, you know. Well, let y'all see. Like, it can be high like that, off the neck. But the closer the string is to the fret, that's the more you ain't got to work that hard, you know what I'm saying? When I first started out, y'all, this is no lie, I had a bass guitar, and the string was so high that when I played, my finger was getting caught up under the string. I'm like, damn, man, why my finger keep getting, you know, I'm playing, and all of a sudden, but y'all, as beginners, you know, y'all might not know that, but it means a lot about how far the string is from the fret. Like I said, cause see, if the string that high, you know, that's the harder you gotta press down. You see what I'm saying? And I think that's why I got so fast, because I played, like I said, a bass for a long time like that. I played, you know, about that high, the string up about that high, and I'm you know, pressing down hard. So that's the more I got to press down, you know, and that's hard playing. They say you playing to run like, but the string is that high, you know, it's that high up. So I'm pressing down hard. So the closer the string is, that's the less you got to press down. See what I'm saying? So these pretty good. You know, the guy I bought this from, he set this up good. So look, I'm barely this pressing down on it. You know what I'm saying? So that's another tip too. You know, when you get in the bass, make sure the action, and if the action ain't, I mean, now look, if the bass do look good and if it sound good, you know, and if the action is, you know, high, you can still get the bass, but just get somebody to set it up for you. You know, take it to the shop or whoever you buy it from. If it's a music store, you know, pawn shop. I don't know if pawn shops do it, but if you know somebody that know how to, you know, do it, or like I said, you can just go to a guitar center or something, and they will set it up for you. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, it's kind of easy. I go on YouTube and I set something before, you know. But anyway, if you don't, as a beginner, if you don't want to fool with it, you know, take it somewhere so they can load them strings for you. That's going to help you out too. Because sometimes the strings can be so high, it's like, man, that's like especially on a guitar, on an electric guitar. If the string's high, you talk about them chords hurting your hand, you be like, man, one chord, like, because you got to press down hard to make the sound come out. And you like, man, come to find out, the action was high. So they lowered it and started playing. Oh man, feel good, you know. Okay, I ain't got to press as hard, you know. But that's another little tip, y'all. You know, make sure the string is low. You know what I'm saying? Low as you can get it. But you know, they got the right thing for all that. You know, like how many centimeters or whatever you want to call, you know, inches and stuff. But the main thing, y'all, you know, I'm, you know, yeah, cause I had to go through that, and but you know, I thank God for allowing me to go through what I went through, so that way I can tell people, like, in other words, I can tell y'all now what to do, what not to do, what to look for, and all that. Like I said, I ain't had nobody teaching me nothing about nothing. So, like I said, y'all, I had bases, and I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna get back and listen. Y'all know how I do. I talk a little bit, but I had a 4-string bass, and y'all, I was happy. I mean, it sounded good. It might not look that good, but it sounded good. But guess what, y'all? It was missing a tuning peg. It was like a Fender, you know. So it had 1, 2, 3. The other one was 4. So it was that style, like a Fender Squire, you know. It was like it wasn't like these 2, 3, and then these 2 put it there. It was all straight 1, 2, 3, 4. And the 4th one, I was missing the tuning thing, so I couldn't tune that string. But y'all, I was playing it like, boy, I was like the happiest man in the world, just playing that bass. And this one guy said, "D, where you tuning peg at?" I like, man, it didn't. I mean, when I got it, it wasn't on there. He was like, "How you tune your that string?" I don't know. I'm just playing. He dropped his head, just laughed, like he was like, "Lord have mercy." But y'all, that's what I'm saying. Y'all, I done been through some stuff. Now look, I'm playing in church like this, y'all. So all this, I guess all of them was tuned out. Maybe, see, I told you, it took me around to even figure out they had to be tuned, you know. So it took me a minute, you know. Like I said, I was happy though, but thank God, y'all, you know, I got some better basses. Like I said, I got some more wisdom and knowledge. But anyway, y'all, I'm about to play this click track right quick. And we're going to get in this. So this is for my, like I said, the guys that's got a 5-string and stuff. And like I said, I'm going to take my time with it. You know, I'm gonna have some songs for you, you know, soon. But I'm going to get this backing track for you too, so that way you can practice on this. But this is the foundation really of a 5-string bass. You know, it's that low B string. Like I said, something about that low B. And like I said, just little tips on, you know, how to play, how to do this. Put your, you know, your anchor right there. You know, your thumb is a resting place or anchor on that pickup right there. So that way, you know, the other fingers can feel free, you know. But anyway, I'm going to play this. It's a backing track on YouTube. It's a gospel quartet bass, mid-tempo gospel quartet. So I'm going to play this right quick. And I'm going to break that down. It ain't going to take that long. It's simple. It's the same thing. So I'm going to break that down. So here we go. C. Yeah, it's gonna be in C, C major. Okay, the bass was playing, but they took the bass out. I'm gonna show you the progression. 1, 3, 4, 1, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. It's different ways they're doing it though, because they turn around. That part, 1, 3, 4. That's that part right there. But I'm gonna play it though with it, but I'm just breaking it down. 1, 3, 4. 1, 3, 4. Now, another thing what I was saying about this. 1, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a 4 right there. Or 1, 2, 3, 4. So either 4 you want to go to, you can. But like I say, the one that's closer to the 3 is right there. So you can be like 1, 3, 4, half step up, not down, but up. 1, 3, 4. I might play this. 1, 3, 4. I might go right there. It don't matter. It's up to you. I mean, if you want to go there, it ain't a problem at all. Okay. One, Now that's mid tempo quartet, but it's still kind of fast. But we can break that down. So all it's doing, I'm gonna demonstrate it right quick. Okay, and another thing too, let me know if you play at the church and if you got a keyboard player and a lead guitar player, or is it just you and the drummer, or is it you and the guitar player, or is it, you know, cause too, if you got, you know, another musician, you know, it's good for y'all to practice together and count out them numbers. Cause just say if it's just a bass player, okay, I'm gonna show you an example. If it's just a bass player and you ain't got no keyboard player, no guitar, or I'm gonna say if you got a guitar player, and if you got a bass player, I mean, this unit, if it's just a bass player in the lead, I'm gonna show you what you can do instead of going with the keyboard. I mean, see if you ain't got no keyboard player. It's like what I showed in my last video, you know, the stand in the pot. You can play this. See how that feels? See what I'm saying? So what that was 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2. See, that's the 1 right there. And that's the 2. And then back to the 1 at the octave, you know what I'm saying? So 1, 3, 5, Z. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2. See, now you can do a bass line with that right there. The reason why they doing that run because the keyboard player is doing this. This is what he's doing. And all it is walking up the scale. 1, 3. Now see, that's okay. 3 right here too, and an open string of E. That's a 3 too. So 1, 3. You hit the open string 3, then 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. So that's why I say it's good to know the number system because I'm listening to it. Now this is the first time I heard this, but of course as I've been playing, okay, they said 1, 3. Then I think it's like a 5, 6, 7, 1. You know, let's see. Cause it's different patterns. The way the time looks like a 1. Let me see. 3. Okay, it's like a hole. Right, 1, 3, 4, 6, 7, 1. Okay. 1, 3, 4, 6, 7. So it's like a 1, 3, 4, 6, 7, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 3, 5, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. But anyway, yeah, it's the timing up to y'all, you know. So, but like I was saying, that bass line you can put. So if you got just a guitar player and a bass player, you can get away with just doing that bass line. But just they got a whole band, you know, the lead, the bass, and the keyboard. That keyboard is the one that's going up. So everybody's doing the same thing. So that's all it is. But it ain't no harm in throwing that bass line, you know, like. See your feet. that's kind of like a vamp in the song, you know, how they do the verses and everything. But then, you know, repetitive stuff, you know, that's like repetitive. So that's called a vamp. So that's the vamp. It's like a 1, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, 6, 7, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. On the first go around is 1, 3, 4, 6, 7, 1. On the second one, it's this 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. So on that first, you know, first going around, they just doing that 1, 3, 4, 6, 7, 1. And that's the first. And then the second going around, they're doing 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. But all this is still a scale. See what I'm saying? That's why I said it's good to learn the number system, because if I was counting out notes, people would get lost. Like, okay, C, E, F, you know, then G, A, B, C, you know. That's why numbers is easy. But some people call out notes. I mean, yeah, they call out the notes. Some people do. They go to the C. Okay, C, go to the G, go to the G, go to the B. But like I say, numbers is a whole lot easier. Like I said, so that was that pattern. On the 5 string, like I said, going from that right there, from the 1 in the C major, go to that 1, and like I said, that open string is C. So we're going to the E. So that's like C, D, E. Now that's the notes. So since that's an E, of course, you know, we got an open E. That's an open E on the 4th string. See what I'm saying? E. You got an E right there, and then you got an open E. So you can say 1, open string, 3, because it's an E. Then the 4, the F, that's the 4. And then 6, 7, 1. That's that 1. That's, you know, that 1. The first thing they go through, the first phase. Then the second phase, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. So that's how I guess the guy created it on, you know, on the backing track like that. But as I was saying though, excuse me, y'all, I'm sweating. But them certain ways, you know, certain bass lines that you can do. Like I said, that 1, like I said, now let me know in the comments if you got a keyboard player, or if it's just you by yourself and a drummer, or if you got a you know, whatever. Because honestly, different bass lines to be played different. Because since it ain't nobody but you, honestly, whatever really you want to do, you can do. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't nobody else playing with you. But when you play with people, y'all got to be on one accord. You see what I'm saying? Somebody can be doing, you know, that bass line right there. You know, like just playing that right there. You know, but then, you know, but the groove is like, you know, something different. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause in other words, you know, everybody got their own part. The keyboard gonna play his part, the bass player gonna play his part, and the lead guitar player or rhythm, whatever, gonna play his part. But y'all gotta be in time. So like the switches they were doing, you know, you got to hit them switches at the same time. You know, and like I said, sometimes, you know, as you come together, you know, they do that. Now, if you go to a church that you don't know, you know, how they play, that's why sometimes, well, most of the time, I don't play. Let's say if my pastor got to go preach somewhere, you know, I let that band, if I go to another church, I let them play. They might be like, you go ahead and play, because I really don't know what they're going to do. I know numbers, they call out numbers, but at the same time, they know what they're going to do. So I let them play until my pastor get up. That's when her, you know, her music is, we'll come and play for her. Because, you know, everybody, every pastor got a certain way they want the music. So, okay, why not the one that goes to the church? Okay, if my pastor's preaching somewhere, why am I let somebody else, another band play for her? But I know how she flow. You see what I'm saying? So that's a good thing. I always go with your pastor if she got to go somewhere, or he or whoever, you know what I'm saying? And if y'all got a band, you know, always take the band, because some musicians don't know how to flow. You know, not saying like that, but I'm going to say every pastor is different, or every bishop, you know, who prophets, whatever. Everybody's different. Some might like worship, some might like Quartet style, you know, some might like this, some might like that. But the main thing is, you know, pastor, overseer, bishop, you know how they flow. So that's why it's good to go with them wherever they got to go preach, you know. And I'm going to say this too. When I first started out playing, when we started, this getting good, I'm going to tell you, I was doing this right here. That's a 1, 5, 1, 5, and I'm sliding to the 3. 3, 5, 6, 3, 6. you know. But anyway, that's the bass line. But I was doing that though, right? So me and my boy, that's on the lead guitar. We go to a church, and these musicians been playing for a long time. You know, we would go there. They drop their heads. But see, I'm just saying, we were so excited, you know, because we learning to play stuff. But see, every song ain't gonna go there. Ain't gonna do that bass line. You see, so I'm trying to put that bass line with every song. But anyway, all the songs don't go that way. So I'm gonna give y'all some advice. When you start on the bass, when you start learning, you know, a few songs, and you go to a church or somewhere that you got musicians that been playing for a long time, I wouldn't even play. I would leave my stuff in the car or leave it at the church, wherever it, because that's what we was doing, y'all. We was actually taking our guitars and stuff to every church we went to, and they already had musicians that been playing for years. But you know what? They let us play. They did. At the same time, they was playing, we was playing. So we was clashing everywhere, you know. Well, my boy was on the lead, was another guitar player, you know. But just saying though, but just giving it some advice though, y'all. You know, wait. Like I said, if your overseer or pastor preaching, go with her. But I advise y'all, don't go to no other church if you can't play that good. If you don't know, you know, most of the songs, whatever. Because everybody play different, and some musicians is arrogant, and some will put you down, some will laugh at you, some will unplug your stuff in front of you. We done had all that done to us when we first started out. Unplugged. This one pastor told me to come down. I wasn't even playing that loud. He was like, you know, he pointed, he did that, and everybody looking like, what did he do? I'm looking at him like, okay, I really don't think it was me. I think it was somebody else, but he looked at me because since I couldn't play that good, you know what I did? I turned it down and set my guitar on the guitar stand and got the service. But yeah, y'all know I covered a lot on this 5-string. And I know I was, you know, here and there, but like I said, this video is mainly for the 5, you know, things you can do. Like I say, I got somebody watching, they started on the 5-string, so I hope this video was helpful, you know, for you and everything. And like I say, I broke, you know, the thing down, whatever. And like I said, I can do it again right quick. I didn't mean for this video to be this long, but hey, it is what it is. But that's what I'm here for, y'all. You know, I'm here to encourage. I'm here to help bassists, you know, come to another level. The things I have been through, you know, I'm letting y'all know, you know, what to do, what to look for, what not to do. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, if you're looking for a bass or whatever, like I say, you know, if you get one, like I say, if the string is high, you know, make sure you know somebody or go to a shop that lower the strings for that's going to help me in the long run. Like I said, I had so many basses, the action was so high. Like I said, I'm playing, my finger getting caught up under the string and everything. But, you know, make sure that, like I say, cause, you know, and then too, what we can afford. You know, y'all, I can tell y'all some stories. Well, I'm gonna wait. Cause, you know, I played the keyboard too. You know, and I played the lead, but I had a keyboard. I'm gonna say that I had a keyboard, y'all, use batteries. You know, now look, my battery on the back, you know, got a little case, you know, little thing. When you put the batteries in, you know, you put the thing back on it, you know. Can't even think of the name, you know what I'm saying? The piece that go to hold the batteries in. How about I didn't have that on mine? And so I had to tape it. I had tape on the back of the battery. So put my batteries in. I'm taping it. We at church. Spirit high. Spirit of God high, y'all. Worship. You know what happened to me, y'all? I'm playing, boy, everybody in the spirit. How about my batteries fell out? In the middle of a worship service. You know, the keyboard was holding everything down. Y'all, do y'all know how embarrassing that was? Y'all, and I was playing with this keyboard for years, y'all. You know, I'm just saying, you know, sometimes you can't get good equipment at the time. But, you know, I was doing what I, know to do. I was making sure I had my batteries. And I was putting like a piece of cardboard so it wouldn't fall out the next time. That didn't work because, you know, the cardboard, you know, it started wearing and it started getting thinner. Then the tape started coming up, you know, and so y'all, I just said, okay, I gotta get me another keyboard. So I got me another keyboard. But y'all, I played like that for years because I transitioned from the keyboard, you know, from the bass to the keyboard. So I started playing the keys, and like I said, whatever I can get. So, but y'all, just giving y'all some tips, you know, whatever you can afford. But at the same time, you know, just make sure that everything, you know, is good with it. But like I say, my man, you know, on the 5-string, you know, just keep doing it. Like I said, do your exercises. Like I said, I got some more for you. But for right now, you know, I guess it's like I said, it's really getting, you know, your fingering, you know. And like I said, with these right there, put that thumb as an anchor right there, so that way you can you know, take your time, you know. Like I say, if you don't want to do double, you can just do one at this, you know, one finger at a time starting out, or you can do two, whichever one. But yeah, y'all, I'm about to wrap this video up. Thank y'all. Like I said, I'm sorry for this. I'm kind of wiping my face and keep sweating. But yeah, and I know it was a little fast, so if y'all need another video about that track we just played, you know, I can. But what it was, like I said again, you know, for our cut this off, you know, let's play it right quick. Like I said, and that's a Quartet feel, you know, and all kind of stuff you can do with that, you know what I'm saying? But as a beginner, you know, and two, I'm gonna show you something too. If you don't want to do all that stuff, you can do this. 1, 4, 5, 1. 4, 5, 1. 4, 5, 1. You can do that. 4, 5, 1. See what I'm saying? Just starting out. Give them the root notes. I got a video on there, you know, like just holding the root note down instead of doing all them switches. But the main progression simply is a 1, 4, 5. You know, 1, 4, 5, 1, 4, 5, 1. So that's kind of the main thing. But they're adding the 3, and then they're adding that scale in there. Right here. 1, 3, 4, 6, 7, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. See what I'm saying? But for beginners, if you want to just do the 1, 4, 5, that's good. Hold it in 4, 5, 1, 4, 5, 1. Okay. All right. So cut out 5 steps. But anyway, you can do that. 1, 4, 5, 1, 4, 5, 1. Cause what you're doing, you're getting used to the feel of it. That's all. It's see, like I say, music is a language. It's a feel too. And when you play, I always play with energy. I always play with energy. In other words, this is what I'm saying. You know, I'm gonna give a demonstration about energy. Now I could do this. I'm doing a 1, 4, 5. And ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But energy is like you into it, like, you know, you in it. You like putting everything in it. Put all of it. With that right there. I just wanted to just, you know, but like I say, play with the energy. I mean, I don't play with people, like I say, you know, to each his own. To each his own on that, you know, about playing, because, you know, some people, they play simple, ain't nothing wrong with that, you know, it's like, you know, it's like it's, you know, no life. I'm gonna say that, no life, yeah. But y'all, I'm hyped. I love energy. I love, you know, I be at church, I be like, yeah, you know. I mean, making faces. I don't know what kind of face I be making sometimes, especially on that beat. Be like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? But play with energy, you know what I'm saying? And it come over time. Like I say, you learning, you know, I know you like, well, man, I don't know what all to play right now. But whatever you play, just play with energy. That's all. Just play it with energy. Like that. That one video I got. Instead of just, see how I'm looking? You know what I'm saying? But, you know, put some, I guess, emotions in it. You know what I'm saying? y'all, I know I said a whole lot, in this video. It really wasn't no specific, like topic or nothing. It was just really about the 5-string bass. So I know I covered, quite a bit of stuff. You just go back and I ain't gonna say rewind or just go back. And now, since it ain't no VCR, you ain't got to hit the rewind. You can just take the little error and but just go back. Like I said, I hope I taught in a good way. Not too fast. I know y'all, I can talk fast and teach fast. But hopefully, y'all got something with the 5-string, and I might start, teaching with the 5-string, because I'm not, 4-string, it's good. Like I said, those that got a 4-string, just don't worry about the 5, what I'm saying. But with some videos, I might go back on the 4. But I know a whole lot of people starting off on 5-string, so I think I might keep this. And like I said, I got the 6-string too. So if somebody out there that got a 6 and want a little more, some stuff, taught, because I love chording, as you can see. Yeah, I love chording. I love chording. I love chording, y'all. Oh yeah, I love chording. But anyway, yeah. Thank y'all again. God bless. I gotta keep God in it, y'all, because He the one that helped me through all this. I'm telling y'all, I could have gave up, by the ones that discouraged. I ain't talking about behind the back. It was in the face, laughing, telling what we coming in there for. Yeah, y'all, we could have stopped, but I thank God we didn't. We kept going. Me and my friend, like I say, God rest his soul, he passed in 2009. Motorcycle accident, a car, pulled out in front of him. He hit it. But I just thank God he was saved, you know what I'm saying, and everything like that. I miss him because that was my boy, you know what I'm saying? We started out together. He was 27 when he passed, and he passed on my mama's birthday. Ain't that something? But anyway, y'all, like I said, I thank the Lord, man. Now I got this other friend. It was 3 of us. It was me. His name was Lawrence, the one that passed, and I got my other friend was Craig. Like we growed up, Craig was on the drums, and now he on the bass now at our church. So I taught him some stuff, and he's learning. He got the 5 strings. Started out on the 5-string, but awesome bass player. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud of him. But like I said, it's me and him now, and like I said, we got a keyboard player. He's nice too. But like I say too, it depends too if you got somebody playing with you. If you ain't got no bass player, no keyboard player or guitar, and it's just you and a drummer, like I say, some things, you can run some things, might not matter, but if you playing with somebody else, it's like them switches they doing, you got to try to hit them too. I'm not saying all of them, because you might not know, but that's why I say learn that number system, because that number system is going to get you far, you know what I'm saying, because I can't read music. I don't know a thing about reading no music. I know my notes, I know some scales. I'm going to say a couple of them. I don't know a whole lot of scales, but I know some, you know what I'm saying. But, and I'm still learning. But this is what I'm saying, though. Whatever you do learn, it'll stick with you. Like I said, I've been playing for about 30-some years on the bass. Like I say, I play lead guitar and I play keyboard. And I ain't saying I'm the best, because I'm not, because I can learn a whole lot more. But like I say, the main thing is, let me know if you do play with a keyboard player or with another musician, period. It could be a horn player. Some people got horn players. But because that's going to determine how I can teach too. If you got somebody with a keyboard, I can show you some things what a keyboard player do. If it's anybody but you, okay, well, this how you can do the hold down the service. You know what I'm saying? Or if you got a guitar player, okay, this what that bass line is for that. So y'all just let me know in the comments. Like I say, thanks again. Bye.